Thank you, Mr. President. The State of Israel welcomes the delegation of Kuwait led by His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Al-Abbasi, Minister for Social Affairs and Labor. Mr. President, for the first time in the history since its independence, the world looked on while women were finally afforded civil and political rights in the Kuwaiti electoral process of 2005, and 4 years later saw the election of 4 Kuwaiti women to the parliament. We welcome these recent victories for women's rights. However, we remain seriously concerned at the instances of grave violations of human rights against women, children, foreign workers, Bedouin and other minorities, which relentlessly continue within Kuwait. The State of Israel recommends the State of Kuwait the following. 1. Abrogate de jure and de facto discrimination against women by amending or repealing national legislation that discriminates against women, such as the Nationality Act, the Personal Status Act, the Civil Code, and the Private Sector Employment Act, and implement measures to penalize violence against women and girls in all forms, including domestic violence and marital rape. Second, undertake all efforts to create legislation against human trafficking and the smuggling of migrants for purposes of sexual exploitation and forced labor, in line with the UN Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime and the Protocol's Tereto, and as pledged in the National Report. Third, prohibit the treatment of formerly trafficked women and children remaining in Kuwait as in violation of national immigration laws, and grant permission for them to remain in the country to defend their rights. 4. Respond favorably to the requests of Special Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, to visit the country. And finally, Mr. President, end all de jure and de facto discrimination against Bedouins by affording en masse all Bedouins equal protection under law, and in particular by conferring Kuwaiti nationality on a non-discriminatory basis and allowing for the use of social services to such persons. Thank you, Mr. President.